Hello guys, this is Design Craft and today we are going to make this cool burger design from scratch. So I want you to pay close attention even as we dive right in. So without any further ado, I just want you to pay close attention and I hope that this video is going to really be helpful to you. Hello, this is Design Craft and today we are going to look at how to make a very simple burger design, and we are going to start from scratch. For some of us who are new to Photoshop or who is still improving, of course, everyone is improving, but some persons are gone ahead. So, this tutorial is actually going to open your eyes to certain things. So, um, I want you to pay close attention, and I hope at the end of the day you will learn a few things. So, what we're going to do first is we're going to change the size of this canvas. So how to change the size? You come to image, click on canvas size. So you're going to use 736 by 736. So by the time you do that, okay, that is the height and the width. So you click OK and proceed. So you can just drag it, okay, and you can click here to zoom in, just zoom in on the image, and we can use the palm here, okay, and drag down. All right, so but the best thing is just for you to be using the shortkeys, the hotkeys. So I'm going to drag down using H. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to give it a background color. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a shape here, which is going to be black, very dark black, which is going to be black, okay, and I'm going to duplicate. So I need to see the layer here. So what I have to do is to come to Windows and have the list of tools and properties. So I have to click on layer so I could be able to see the tools. So what I have to do is I have to duplicate this by dragging down to this point to make it duplicate. So I could rename this one upper background. So by the time I'm done with this, I'm going to change the color of this. So okay, let me change the position. So if you want to change the position, you just have to click and drag. So I'm going to change the color of this to, I'm going to change it to yellow. So I'm going to change it to yellow. So this is okay. So we have two of these colors here. So now this one is below. Oh, I should just rename this one lower, rather. Lower. So this is below. So what I have to do is I have to just use, I could actually use the gradient, but I feel this is better. So I could just click on this part on the upper background. So let me just name this one upper. So okay. So from the upper now I have to click on this. So by the time I click on it, I could use the brush tool, they increase the size of the brush. Okay, on this, increase the size of the brush here. Then I could just maybe reduce the opacity to 50. Then the flow, I could just reduce it a bit. There is no specification as to the levels, so I just want so I have to change this and paint with black. Okay, I have to paint with black, this indication here. Okay, I have to paint with black. So black actually unveils, white conceal. So I have to paint with black. At first I have to just increase this one to 100. So I will have that dark, or should I say that thick black. Then at the end of the day I could just blend them, just reduce. There is no specific numbers. So I could just do something like this. So I another thing is now I'm not being comfortable with this yellow, so I could actually always change the color any day, anytime. Oh, I do need something very not very harsh, but very cool. I think this is okay, but I don't know. I seem to be having issue with the color. I know what I want, so I think this is fine to me. It's just tweak it a little. So the next thing we're going to do now is we're going to get the burger. Okay. You can actually, fade this again by clicking on the brush to be. Just drag on the keyboard and you can reduce the opacity just to fade it out. If you maybe for some reason you over faded it, you just click on this one, click on X rather to change it to white. Then you could reduce it by using the square bracket or by using this. So you could just change them back to this. So by the time you do this now, what you're going to do next is you're going to import the burger. So I already have the burger here. So click on the burger and here. So this indicates that the background is transparent. So I could just left click and drag, then down to this point. Then what I have to do is to come to edit and look for free transform so I could be able to reduce it, or just try Ctrl T. So I'm just trying to make this beginner friendly as much as possible. Okay, I'm just trying to make this very beginner friendly. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add a shadow to this. It's not looking very professional. So if you zoom in very well, we'll see clearly that something is missing out here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add a shadow effect. So I'll click on this and come to blend, click on the blend, then I'll come to drop shadow. So the shadow I'm going to I want the shadow to be, let me increase the distance a bit. So I want the opacity a bit. Let me spread it. Um, I just needed something that is very faint but cool. So I want it to look very realistic. I don't want it to be too okay. I think this is fine. So by the time you're comfortable with it, yours can be better than mine. So I have to zoom out now. Let's see. So what I have to do is now to just pick my text. So you click on this text. Okay, then on the text tool here, um, then you type. For some persons whose system is quite low, or maybe you're having a low memory storage, it's actually going to take a while for your text tool to pick up. Okay, so what I'm going to just type, I'm going to type burger. So B-U-R-E. I hope I got that spelling correctly. So burger, and click on this indication here so you can change the color of the text. I didn't get that spelling correctly. Okay, so let's change it to burger. So if you're not comfortable with the font, you could always change the font here. On this indication, you could always change the font to anything that you feel it's okay. So anything that you feel is cool, and I'm just looking for something that could actually work with. Maybe not too stylish, but this can actually go. This can go. But if I could see something, so about the font, you can You can as well get some cool fonts. You understand? You can get some cool fonts and on just type on Google and just write font pack. So I'm going to change this to yellow. I'm going to change it to yellow. Going to change it to okay. This is fine. It's okay. So what I'm going to do next is so we've done the major thing, which is the burger. Placing the burger here. So be very very convenient or comfortable rather using the freehand tool by striking Ctrl T so that you can be able to make cool stuff. So I still need to add a little. I still need to darken my burger. Still need to darken my burger. I think this color is still okay. Yeah, I think this is fine. I think using pure yellow is okay. So that's one thing about designing. While designing, you just have to. There is no formula. It's just about you being creative and trying to just get to do some cool stuff. Just try some new things, and you can actually get inspiration from a particular design. Okay, but it does not mean that it has to be the way you've seen it. I don't know if you understand me. So you could just go online, get some designs and do something cool. But generally, it's not just about you designing, it's about you say getting to try new stuff or trying to tweak your own design um, so it can fit your taste. Okay, so I think I'm going to go with this. So I'll change the color of this to white. So anytime you want to effect a change on the text, you have to highlight it. Um, just for the purpose of those who are new to Photoshop. So what I just did is I just strike Ctrl T. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add some cool stuff, just some stuff here to make it look very, very cool. So I have to maybe add, just have to import both of these two. Then this could just drag it to this band and let me reduce it a bit. So what I'm going to do next is now I'm just going to take this to the back of the burger. Okay, the back of the burger. I just have to keep it here. Mm, maybe I could just add another one here too. Um, and then maybe rotate it a bit. Okay, so and what am I going to do? I could actually uh, add some, maybe some, just want to do some cool effect here. Um, just trying. Remember what I said about you trying to do your stuff. So I'm going to do this and I'm going to add motion blur to it. Motion blur. So let's increase it, and I think this is cool. Okay, so I'll just leave this there. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add, before we do some testing, let me just add some effects, some stuffs here, icons that will, okay, this Pepe. Like I said, there is no specification on what you can do So I'll just put this pepper in front. So it's just about you trying, trying to come up with something. You get you it's just you trying to come up with some cool stuff. You understand? So it's just you coming up with some cool stuff. And then I'm going to add shadow effects to this. So I'm gonna add a shadow effect to this, but it's not going to be much. So could add this. I just want the diagram to be a little bit busy. So what I'm going to do next is I think I'm going to just okay. I think it's cool. So I'll just add some stuff. Let me just say grade. I could just come up with something. You're getting the best taste. Um, the best taste from burger. Okay, I just have to come up with something. You must not write it the way I do. I just want to put, this is you we're making a design for a store, okay? And of course, while making a design for a store, you have there are actually things that you will need to write, okay, to grab the attention of the audience, of the people that you want to serve, because the whole idea is for advertisement. So you just need to um, get it right. So this is just what it is. And what I'm going to do next is I'm going to let's do something, maybe add increase. So now if you take a look at this, I want to curve. If you look at this indication here, I want to draw a square, but I don't want this square to have a sharp side. So what I have to do is I have to just come here, increase it, okay, and I could at any point do this by clicking here. So I want it to be like this, and I could just try Ctrl T, then I'm going to reduce it. Then, so I want to increase the width, so I have to hold Shift and click drag. So this is going to be here. I think these are shadow. I think I need to add some dark effect to that shadow. You see, one thing about designing is you just see stuff, and you know you just see stuff and you try to know how you can make it better. You get you just try to know how you can make it better. And okay, it's not adding because I've not selected it. So you just know how you can actually make it better. So since I did that, I'm just trying to see a way I could make it better. So that is what I'm just trying to do. Yep, I think this is okay. I think this is okay. So back to what I was doing. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to just get something like here, say order now, or get your order. So let's just do order now, and let's use a very so we have this order now, and so what we're going to do now is we're going to add maybe a stroke or an outline color to that. So we'll just do that by saying click on stroke, then change the color to white. So to add, so we could just increase it here. a bit. Not two. See, two is fine. Two is fine. So we just increase it there a bit, and um, we could add some other things, to make it look very cool because it's looking so scanty. So we're going to write, say, for more information. Okay, we could say for more information, we could just put this. For more information, I think I'm okay with that font. So the reason why I have to right click, I have to click on it and change it, is because I'm just doing it so that some persons who are new, who are still trying to pick up a few things in Photoshop, will be able to understand. So that is why I'm trying to make it as easy as possible. So now let's say the name of our site is. So look at how I did that. You hold your Alt and you click and drag. So I'm going to say www dot, how many W did I even mention? So I'm going to say design craft. Okay. Let's just use something else. Baker's guide, or baker's guide .com. Okay, so this could go. This could go. So what we're going to do is, let me reduce the size of this to something that, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to add a symbol of this. It's just what you can actually make out of all of the objects. One thing about designing is actually knowing how to combine objects. That actually contributes a lot. So don't forget how I did that. Try Ctrl T and you scale it from one point. And let's use the zoom and click H to use the hand tool. Then you could just click and drag. Okay. So let me just make some adjustments to this, and now I can add this to this. Okay, could just add this here. Then you can just press the Z to do that. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to use a phone. Could just put a phone here. I'm going to use a phone. Put a phone here for inquiries. So all of this thing is just your ability to come up with something cool, There's no, the whole idea for actually trying to learn it or do it is just so that you could get, so let's just move this, is so that you could get an idea on how to do it. So whilst you're doing your own, you could create something. Okay, create something cool. Plus 234 701 so you could create something cool, and it allows you to open up your mind to creativity. So one thing I will always encourage you is you just to keep on working, keep on designing. You will actually get used to it. You will learn every day when you design. You know where your mistakes are and you could correct yourself. So I think this is not centralized. Let me just make an adjustment to this a bit. This. So what we are looking at next is we're going to maybe add some logos here. Okay, I'm going to add some logos here, and I'm going to use an ellipse for all of them. So I'll just change, maybe change the color of the ellipse to something. I feel something. Oh, this is cool, right? This is cool. Maybe use something like this. Is it gonna be cool? No, no. I won't use something like that. So I think we can actually go with something like this. This is fine. So if you look carefully, you could be able to see it, but we just want to put logos there. So we have four. Let me just duplicate it into 4 places. Okay, into 4 places, and this, and this. So looking at it, I feel it's big. So let me just reduce it a bit, because you see the essence why you have to reduce it is not necessarily because it's, you see, there are something called object and subject. So whilst you're designing, there are certain things that shouldn't override, I would say, the message you're passing. Okay, it's not supposed to override it. It's supposed to just be there to support it, not to override it. So there's a way to be very big now. It will not look so obvious that something is actually, not right there. So I'm going to just remove all of these things so that I could import the logos, or I could just get the logos. So I have them already. Could just download them online. You could just download them online, then you could make use of it. So which is going first? So I have to remove this, which is going first. Okay, let me take Facebook, and I'm going to scale it down. Control T, scale it down. I'm going to scale it down. Control T. What I would have just done is I would have just used only the F. That is all good. So Control T, the next is Instagram, which is I'm going to scale it down to Control T, scale it down, click, strike B on the keyboard. So I'm going to use this. We could see clearly that as we are trying to reduce it, the quality of the logo is reducing. So we already have that in Twitter. This is what we're going to do next. Twitter. So Control T. Okay. So by the time you continue doing all of this thing, this video is actually getting too long, but I just have my reason for doing it like this, so that you could be able to understand. Okay, so you could be able to understand everything I'm doing. Could be able to understand everything I'm doing, and so it's not a must that you have to put all of the social media icon. No, no. The idea is to just get the one that, if it's a contract, okay, it's the one that your client demands, the handles that they have. So it must not necessarily be all of them, okay, just to beautify it. The idea is not just for beauty, of course. It adds beauty to the design, but the whole idea is not about the beauty that it will give. The whole idea is so that you could be able to communicate your message, or to pass out your message very clearly and precise. Okay, so I'm going to one more thing. I have a barcode here I'm going to use. So I'm going to get it over here. I think we're almost done with the design. Almost done with the design. So I would just put a shape here, maybe a white shape, because it's kind of looking so weird. So I'll just put a very white shape here. Or let's reduce the edge of that. So I could just put a white shape here and give it a white fill color. So I see now it's not showing. The reason is because it's actually below it. Okay, the barcode is below it, so I have to take it up so I could be able to say it very clearly. So I have to take it up. So 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 what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna just put something, because it's actually a promo. Let me just get something up there to indicate that this is a promo company. We're running a promo. Anybody that buys 3 burger will get 4, stuff like that. In particular order, I would want to put it here. I will not make it too big, but it has to be behind. So it has to be behind. Let's see where it is. It has to be behind. It definitely has to be behind. So 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 this is the. So I'm just going to put. Let me turn it. So what I'm going to do is I'll just write something there. I'm just seeing how it will look. Okay, I'm just seeing how it will look. Remember what I said about um, not having a specific way you would want to design it. Okay, not having a specific way you would want to design it, and the whole idea is just for you to communicate something. Okay, so I'm just looking at this, and maybe I could just go with setting it up here. Then I'll just write 30%. So 30%. So just change the color to black, white rather, and could just put the 30% here. It's cool. Oh, 30%. So um there are still other cool stuff we could add. You get there's still other cool stuff we could add. I'm just looking at something I could add. Remember what I said, everything is about your creativity, how you can be able to come up with something. So I'm just going to add a flower here. I'm going to add a flower here. So okay, I don't know if I've added it. They just add that now. So I'm going to add a flower here. Okay. Okay. I think I have to change the color so it won't be so confusing. And to the outline so that I could get every details of it. I think putting the outline color makes it look so weird. um Sorry. Can I get more flowers or better flower? um hmm. I feel this is okay. 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 So I could just maybe just put some stuff here. You see, I'm not trying too hard. I'm just trying to see what works on this. I'm just trying to see what works. So okay. I'm just trying to see what works. So then I could um maybe, yeah, it depends. I'm just looking at what to do. Okay. I'm looking at something to do. Let me just put the price here. Put the price here. The price of this. I'm just gonna put it here. And reduce the opacity. Let me see how it goes. Reducing the opacity here. Or maybe here, or maybe here. Then maybe increasing this here. So that I want to write um let's say 1,000 naira only. Let's say 1k only. Only. So let's say 1k only. 1k only. As you can see, it's behind it, so I just want to bring it up here. So taking it up, could be able to place it. So um, so I'm going to take it up here. Okay. Oh, is it up? No. Okay, it's up now. Um, I think the color should be black because it's not really visible. So I would need a very thick, should I call it thick font? Yeah, very thick font. Thick fonts. Okay. I think that is not still okay. Mm, oh, that's just the worst. I'm trying to look for something that is I could work with. I'm trying to look at something I could work with. Okay, let me just go with this. Let me just go with this and I have to increase it. I have to increase it. So okay, so this is it about the whole stuff. I've actually taken you through the process of the whole designing, and I hope this video was helpful. And so far so good. We've just make a very nice looking great burger, okay, for promotion discounts. So I hope you really learned a lot. We've actually been on a journey, and I hope this video was very helpful to some persons who maybe this is the first time, or maybe you've been designing and you just not getting some things right. So I'll always encourage you to just like and to subscribe, to share, so that let me know in the comment section if I can be posting a complete video like this. Okay, so I hope this was really helpful. Thank you so much. God bless. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Stay tuned. Bye.